What up, everybody? Welcome to Keeping It 9450, Codename WBB. I'm Daniel Artest, your host. I got Lolo in the building. Olivia Pope, Loza Parks. What's going on? How you doing, sister? What's up?
I'm feeling more like Sealy today, but what's up?
Freddie Doug is back, baby.
Only for
Freddie.
this week. Only for this week. Actually, not even for this week. I will be in full force, back to being my normal self on Wednesday. I just didn't feel like taking out my braid out for y'all. So I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, listen, y'all, everybody, listen. Lolo's still finding an Indian here, y'all. So don't get it twisted, man. You know,
God is good. God
even
is
on
good.
a bad day, even on a not so Lolo day, you know what I mean? It is what. Listen, you see me, I'll be like, I was woofing and stuff. I got the haircut now and everything and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
got the baby face look going on.
Yeah, man. I take it back a couple of years. I went from Gramps to almost Gramps. Nah, but it's really good to see you and stuff. Really good to talk basketball with you and everything. Yeah, we still having issues with the video portion. So I actually got the laptop in my hand. And listen, man, I just could not do a show without y'all, man. So we here. All right. So before we get into this business, though, Welsh Mode Coffee. Listen, everybody, discover the perfect blend with Welsh Mode Coffee, from rich roast to exotic flavors. Explore our artisanal coffee selection at welshmode.com. Follow Welsh Mode Coffee on social media for updates and special offers. Elevate your coffee experience with Welsh Mode Coffee today. Also, if you're planning your next event, use code the 9450 on SeatGeek for $20 off tickets to sports, concerts, and Broadway shows. Whether it's a game day or a night out, SeatGeek has you covered. Don't miss out. Get your tickets right now and save with code the 9450 at SeatGeek.com. All right, now let's recap some of these games from this past week. Dewana Bonner had 24 points. Alyssa Thomas recorded a triple-double with 14 assists, 13 points, and 10 rebounds. Dejanay Carrington came up clutch to help the Connecticut Sun hold off the Minnesota Lynx 78-73. The Connecticut Sun now sit at the top of the standings with a 17-4 record. Thanks to those contributions from Dewana Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, Dejanay. Lolo, it was really a tough game, especially with Nafisha Collier leaving late in the third quarter due to that foot injury. Her double-figure scoring streak ended at 29 games. But despite that setback, Minnesota fought hard. Alana Smith had 14 points. Kayla McBride had 13 points, 8 rebounds. But Dewana Bonner, crucial plays down the stretch, man, sealed this victory. What was your thoughts about this game?
Hold on, before I start, I'm gonna show, because we don't have that many people here just yet. So I'm gonna show Felicia, Darius, and they show my hair because they all commented on it earlier when I said that I was gonna look like Sealy. All right, there we go.
Woo!
2 straight backs.
That's not bad, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not bad.
Listen. I'm very blessed. My parents blessed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to my parents. I'm blessed. So the genes are still gening, but I just didn't want to take out my hair until I'm natural, so I have a twist out. I just didn't want to take it out until tomorrow. But anyway, back to the game. I just wanted to tell them that because as soon as I told everybody I was gonna be Sealy, they was cracking up. Sorry, not you, Darius. It was actually Cameron. It wasn't you, Darius. But yes, so the family was in the chat early, so I just wanted to give them a little sneak peek. But anyway, back to the game. So like he said, it was the Sun versus the Lynx. And I think it just goes to show how important Nafisha Collier is to this team. We all knew it, but you can clearly see the game was very back and forth. And I will say that the Lynx kind of held it down for the most part. Like, they kept it competitive until the end of the game, even with her leaving only 2 minutes into the third quarter. So they kept it competitive, but you can tell that she is their closer. She is their finisher. So they weren't able to do it without her. But I liked how they played for the most part. Very stagnant when she wasn't in there. K-Mac's shot wasn't falling that well. But the good news is it doesn't seem like it's a serious injury. Well, let me rephrase that. It was a non-contact injury. And so typically during non-contact injuries, I automatically think ACL or Achilles, one of those two, like just one of those two. Yes. But they actually said it was more of a foot injury. It was plantar fasciitis. And I'm about to get into my OT bag a little bit because this is what I do. But that's basically when your plantar fascia, which is on the heel of your foot, is inflamed. So you feel like intense heel pain anytime you step, anytime you put pressure on that foot. It's very aggravating and it's hard for it to heal because you're constantly putting weight on your feet. So I don't see her coming back before the Olympic break. I think that they're going to try to preserve her as long as possible so that she can be well enough to play for the actual Olympics. But I don't see it being like an injury that's going to keep her out for too much of an extended time period, because if chances are this isn't her first time dealing with plantar fasciitis.
Yeah. Plantar fasciitis hurts. It hurts. It doesn't go away. The best way, I guess, it can go away is if you use like a tennis ball or something like that. But man, that thing is painful, though. Like I had it a couple of times, man. I remember one time I had them both on both the big dog, the size 17s, man. You know, excruciating pain, man. But hopefully, you know, she comes back, you know, with the rehab and stuff, and just take care of it. You know, get well soon, Fee. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you know, like you know, tough loss. You know, shout outs to the Connecticut Sun for making it happen and everything. I wish we could do video, you know, for this episode, but we can't because we got flagged last time. But I want to see that block shot from Dejanay Carrington, man. You know what I'm saying? Sending Kayla McBride shot the West Bubble fuck, man. You know what I mean?
What?
For real.
It is the funniest part is she tweeted, she was like, sometimes you just gotta admire your own work, because she literally retweeted it and was looking at her block. Like, that block was insane. Come on now. That block was insane.
Listen, that block knocked all the hair off my face. I came here with a haircut today because of that damn block, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
all right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next game. Dearica Hamby led the Los Angeles Sparks to a 98-93 overtime victory against the Las Vegas Aces, snapping the Los Angeles Sparks 8-game losing streak. Dearica was unstoppable, 28 points, 14 rebounds. Ari McDonald had a career-high 23 points, 4 made threes. Raquel Jackson, Stephanie Talbot also played some really good games. Talbot had, I think, 9 assists, a career-high with that one. The Aces, who was they had a 6-game winning streak. That was snapped. Asia Wilson, 35 points, 12 rebounds, 6 blocks. How the Sparks won this game, Lolo, man. You know, that clutch play though with Hamby and Talbot led to this Sparks win. But before you go, you know, they've been bigging up Hamby all the time. Like, yo, we just wanted to get this win for Hamby. Hamby's like, you know, doing her thing against the Sparks, and her teammates are stepping up in honor of all the stuff that she went through with this Sparks team. Yo, listen, can y'all do that every game though? Can y'all play like that every game?
He said that too. She said that in the post conference, like on court.
Yeah, do it every game. Okay, like I don't care what y'all do against the Aces only. Do it every game. Y'all show y'all can beat the defending champs with the best player in the world. Do it against the Dallas Wings too. Do it against the Mystics. Stop playing like when they're talking like that. Now I'm just like, all right, now y'all bugging now because now y'all know we know what y'all can do. So do it. Well, what's your thoughts on this game though?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that they act like this is their Olympic game, their Super Bowl, their national championship, whichever championship you want to throw in there. That's how the Sparks feel about this game. So they really get up for this game. And I think the opposite for the Aces, they play down to their competition. Like they don't take them seriously. And it came back to bite them in the ass twice this year already. Of course, like you said, Asia Wilson, 35 points, 12 rebounds, 6 blocks. And I think I just want to take a moment to just, and I know, no. And I know we celebrate Asia all the time, but like the stuff that she's doing this year is historic. And we're going to look back on this time frame and say, like, this is incredible. Like sometimes because she's doing it so consistently, I personally feel like it gets overlooked. Like the other day she had 28 and 10. And it's like, oh yeah, Asia just had 28 and 10. And it's like, no, she's literally averaging 27 points per game, which is the highest point average so far in WNBA history. Like everyone knows where the ball is. Like when they need a bucket, everyone knows where the ball is going to Asia and they can't stop her. Like she like 35 and 12 like are like and still efficient as well. Like I just feel like we need to put more respect on her name and just really take a step back and appreciate like what she's doing. Like, because like we talk about, you know, the runs that Candace Parker went on, or Cynthia Cooper, or even Ketch went on. Like, that's what we're watching right now. We are watching history right now. And I think that people don't understand that because she's just so consistent with it. But I just want to say that really quickly. I want to bring up a point that happened in the game where Becky subbed out the entire starting five. I thought it was great, actually. I loved it because to me, it was a message to them like, you guys are playing flat. You're not playing with any energy. So let me put 5 in that, you know what I'm saying, that will actually compete. So she kept them out there for about one minute or so. But, you know, to tell her team to pretty much get your shit together, for lack of better words. They didn't get their stuff together. To me, the key in this game was the turnovers. The Sparks usually lead the league in turnovers per game. However, during this game, they actually took care of the ball. In the first half, they only had 1 turnover for the entire first half and ended the game with 3 total turnovers. Whereas the Aces had 11 total turnovers, which was 17, which turned into 17 points for the Sparks. So to me, that was the ball game right there, the turnovers. And since we're on the topic of Becky, I will say that I think that I think Becky is a great coach. I think she's one of the best coaches in the world, actually. However, I think that she messed up in that game, and I'll tell you why. It went to overtime, and I think Jackie Young was quiet most of the game because she hurt her thumb. In the fourth quarter to overtime, like, she started to turn up. I don't understand with the game on the line how you don't get the ball to Jackie or Asia. Why are plays not being called for them? Like, I just don't understand. Like, I saw KP jack a 3, and then I saw Chelsea come down and shoot a contested mid-range fadeaway. And it's like, yes, you typically do hit those, but you still knocking off the rest, baby. Like, Asia was on, she was cooking. Like, get her the ball. Like, it's no way the best player in the world does not touch the ball. Like, I think she shot once in overtime. Unacceptable. That's unacceptable. That's a coaching issue. Like, yes, Asia can call for the ball, but you need to run set plays for her in overtime, and they would have got the win, I believe. But Aces, honestly, this is a bad loss. Like, it's terrible. Like, you really are letting the Sparks think that they have y'all numbered. So just like I called the New York Liberty out, I'm calling the Aces out. I got to be better. Got to be better and put teams the way that you're supposed to put away.
Yeah, I agree. And it just goes to show you that in pro basketball, you know, any team can win on any given night if you're not prepared. If you're not prepared, you're going to go down and stuff. And that's what happened. Wasted another elite MVP performance that Asia Wilson had, man. Like, the fact that she only took 1 shot in overtime is crazy. But you know what, though? I like that you want to challenge Becky Hammon on that. I like that. But I want to challenge Asia Wilson. Demand the ball. All right? Like, if you're on a heater, it's okay. Listen, there's no hard feelings. Give me the fucking ball. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that. It's gonna be all love at the end of the game. But give me the fucking ball. Let me go to work. Let me show why I am who I am, why we are who we are, why we the champs and everything. Give me the fucking ball. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Like, and whoever takes offense of it, takes offense of it. It is what it is. But 1 shot for your superstar is uncalled for, Lauren. I'm sorry.
I agree. No, I agree. I'm giving 50 Asia and 50 Becky because you're correct. You're the best player on the team. You got to demand the ball. And if they're not,
you agree with me. You agree with me.
I know that doesn't happen too often.
It doesn't happen too often. Today's a great day.
Doesn't happen too often. Don't listen. Don't get used to it now.
Yeah.
He said, well, this episode won't be PG. Yes,
yeah, shout out to the chat, man. Yeah, my bad, y'all. But, you know, like, listen, I'm a competitive player, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm very competitive. I hope that, you know, I would love for y'all to come to a WNBA media basketball game. And y'all gonna see how competitive I am. As much as I you know what I mean, I love Lolo. If Lolo's shooting the ball, like, let's just say if Lolo hit 4 or 5 shots in a row, right? And then she decides she wants to pass. Lauren, shoot the damn ball, please. Like, I'm gonna be very angry. Shoot the damn ball. Take the ball, shoot the ball. I don't care if you miss. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a situation like where you're like, I hate turnovers. I'd rather you shoot the ball, miss the shot, turnover. You know, then turnovers. You know what I'm saying? I love offensive rebounding and everything too. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm very competitive. So I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm like that when it comes to basketball, man. Especially when somebody that like Asia, the game, it was clicking. The mid-range was clicking as usual. You know what I'm saying? Like this, she's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Unstoppable.
And listen, consistently stepping back and confidently hitting that three.
Yeah,
because that's what y'all told me last year. Y'all said Stewie was not y'all, but just I'm speaking in generalities.
Yeah.
Y'all said Stewie was better because Stewie hit the three consistently. Oh, my girl from South Carolina done went into that lab, child, because she literally always can hit it. Like, she didn't shoot it often, but nobody says she couldn't hit it. The shot, the form, everything has been fluid. This is nothing new.
So like so last year she took she went back to her first 4 or 5 years in the W, because the year before that she shot career high in threes. I think she shot almost 40% too as well. She can shoot it. She just got to shoot it. I'm glad that she's back shooting those. I think she's shooting like 2 a game now, something like that. You know, I think that honestly, if she's shooting 36, 35% from 3, she got to get those. She got to get that up to at least 7 though. I would like for her to shoot 3 for 7 every game. That's not bad.
7 is OD. 7?
No, think about it. I say I think that she can make 3 out of 7 every game. She can shoot that. I think just because of what she does with the ball, like they're gonna Biggs is gonna sag off of her, Lo. You know, like think about how she gets the ball when she shoots the threes all the time. Biggs is sagging off because what happens if you get up close to her, she going past you. You know what I'm saying? And you can't double her because she's gonna make the right play. A lot of times the shots that she takes are that she gets from 3 is set shot opportunities. Why not? You know what I'm saying? And then mix. I'm not saying like go crazy and stuff like that. Get shot happy. Don't Joel Embiid it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's what I don't want to happen. Because the mid range is automatic, the footwork is flawless. I don't want her to fall in love with the 3 because a lot of people on that team already have fallen in love with the 3 and they're just jacking. I'm literally yelling at the TV, KP, why are you jacking the ball? Please get it into Asia. She is working hard down there in the paint. Get her the ball, please.
Yeah. Oh man, I dare you. See me posting up and you can see the front of my jersey. You're not passing me the ball. Oh, on. Asia's too nice, man. Asia's a nice player. She's a nice person, man. You know what I mean? But like, nah, KP tripping with that one. All right, let's move on to the next game. Nneka Ogwumike powered the Seattle Storm to an 84-71 win over the Chicago Sky. Despite Angel Reese setting the WNBA record, she stands alone, y'all. 13 consecutive games is double-doubles. But Nneka, she had 24 and 12 in this game. Drew Lloyd had 20 after a super slow start. Skylar Diggins, Ezzie Magbagor had great games too as well. Like I said, Angel Reese finished with 17 and 14. 4 steals, man. 13 games of double-doubles, man. It's crazy, man. But that third quarter, though, kind of killed them. Listen, they lost the game by 13, but in the third quarter, they got outscored by 15. That's the game right there, Lauren. That is the game right there. That was the game right there. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I agree. I think that Chicago needs more people that can score. When Angel and Kennedy have it going, it's like, where else is the scoring coming from? And for a fact, I know that they thought that they were getting that scoring from Marina. She's been very inconsistent. A lot of people had stuff to say about Camilla not playing, but I want to go back to the game earlier this week, their same game where Chicago actually won. And I want to go back to this game because I think it was a very important game for Chicago. They won 88-84. And 3 words for this game is Barbie and Ken. That's what they go by now. So for those that don't know, that's the dynamic duo of Kennedy Carter and Angel Reese. And they put on an absolute masterclass. Kennedy Carter scored 33 points, which is a season high. And this is the important part for me. Her efficiency, shooting 15 for 24, literally shooting 62% from the field. Like, what more can you ask for? And Angel Reese finished with a career high 27 points and 10 rebounds. And like I said, at that time, that pushed her streak. This is before she beat Candace Parker's streak. That pushed her to 12 consecutive double-doubles. The best part of this night for me was just the efficiency because many people go extremely hard on Angel because of how poorly she shot around the rim in the beginning of the season. Oh my gosh, like my friends don't know that like come on, you just keep calling me. Like, so this game, she shot 8 for 13 from the field, 61%, and 9 of 10 from free throw. And my good sister done step back and hit 2 threes as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay.
Confidently. The stroke, it looked great. The follow through was there. I'm just so happy she took the damn shot. Like, I'm happy she even attempted to take the shot. So I love that for her. And my question now is, I'm just curious as to what people are going to hate on now, because in her last 3 games, basically all the games that they played so far in July, she's shooting 52% from the field. So the efficiency was a problem. So now she's improving that. But now you know what I hear on Twitter? You know what I hear on Twitter, y'all? Now guess what? Rebounds don't count. Rebounds is not a skill. It's what they told me on Twitter today.
Saying that rebounding is not a skill is the most insanity thing I've ever heard, man. Are you
like,
serious?
Do y'all actually watch and understand basketball? How is rebounding not a skill? And so it's interesting, right? Because quiet as it's kept, and we're going to get into this when we talk about Rookie of the Year race later, but quiet as it's kept, no one thought this was going to be a race between anyone.
Nope.
Most people thought Caitlin was going to run away with this. So now that Angel's in the conversation and some people are tilting it towards her that she's winning right now, now all of a sudden, guess what? Rebounds don't count. And I'm gonna say the rest of my comments for when we talk about that. But I just thought it was very, very, very interesting. And you're right, Darius. Offense sell tickets, defense wins games, and rebounding wins championships. Pat Summitt. Like, to me, logically, it doesn't make sense. Like, rebounding, when you need a stop, right, at the end of the game to win the game. If you get the stop and rebound, the game is over. Rebounding is important. Rebounding also gets you more possessions. Like, I just don't, it's such an elementary concept. I'm not sure why it's so difficult to understand. Like, I just don't. And the funniest part is Brittany, shout out to 21 Titles. Brittany, who played, collegiate basketball at Rutgers. She played in 2007 against Candace Parker in the championship. She literally tweeted me today and said, whoever is saying rebound isn't a skill does not or has not ever played basketball, because I remember that's how Tennessee won. She literally remembered that they had 24 offensive rebounds, and this happened in 2007. 24 offensive rebounds stood between her team winning the national championship at the end of the day. So it's just crazy when people are literally saying dead ass out their mouth that rebounding isn't a skill. What is it then?
How dope it is that we have a great roster of podcasts that hoop like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real quick. I got to give Brittany her flowers and stuff, okay? For y'all that know, 21 Titles come on the show, when y'all be seeing it on the YouTube or whatever like that, Brittany Ray, you know what I'm saying? The best player in her family, by the way. You know what I mean? Her brother is former NBA player Alan Ray. You know what I'm saying? So the best player. Brittany in high school as a junior and as a senior finished in top 5 for Miss Basketball in New York State. Okay? At a private high school. She went to a private high school called St. Thomas Aquinas. You know what I'm saying? She finished the top 5. It was her. I'm gonna name 2 people that was with her. It was her and Epiphany Prince and Tina Charles was in that top 5 too as well. They didn't even win. Some other I forgot her. I think her name was like Karen or Corinne. But she ended up winning Miss Basketball over Epiphany Prince and Tina Charles. You know what I'm saying? Like, this era of basketball that Brittany played in, was elite. So when y'all see 21 Titles on the podcast, man, listen, shout out Brittany, shout out Shantae. Shantae played basketball too and everything. You know what I mean? Like, we have a legit dope lineup of podcasters that hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Put our 5 against 85 in the media.
Oh, y'all don't want to do that. Oh, it's over. We're winning. Put your 5. Like, I want to play against like Nikias Duncan though, because he's like a great basketball mind. I want him to coach a defense that can stop me. And Britt, and then Lo, K-Dot. You know what I'm saying? Say, that's what I want. It's not. Listen, I love Nikias basketball mind, man. I really do. Shout out to what he's doing. I really do. That dude is a freaking genius, man. I just want to know, can he create a basketball team full of media people that can hold me, because I think I'm gonna score 50 in one of these games. I've been in the gym, I've been walking. Lord, I've been walking since I moved to New York, man. I already got like 27 miles in since July 2nd of walking. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the gym. I'm not bullshitting. I'm down already 9 pounds already. What? Let's go.
Love to see it.
Yeah, we are in there. We in there. Nah, but I just had to give Britt her shout outs though, man. Like Britt, very dope player, played for C. Vivian Stringer at Rutgers. You know, elite talent, legend. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, follow what we doing and everything. But yeah, okay, so let's move on to our next game, because I know that we got to talk about the rookies and everything too as well. Caitlin Clark made history, recording the first triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history, leading the Indiana Fever to an 83-78 win over the New York Liberty. A big win for Indiana, man. Yeah. You know, a big win. Caitlin Clark had 19 points, 12 rebounds, 13 assists, snapping the Fever's 9-game losing streak against the Liberty. Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell also played really good. Aaliyah Boston had 18 points. Kelsey Mitchell had 14 points. Listen, the Fever defense, Lauren, in that fourth quarter, they held the Liberty to 16 points. You know what I mean? Really good game. Sabrina Ionescu had 22 points. It wasn't enough. Yo, shout outs to the Fever, man. Shout outs to the Fever, for real. You know, and now I'm looking at the playoff standings and stuff. They're seventh place. They're in the building. They're in the building. Chicago in the building so far for playoffs, you know? So this is very interesting as you hear the sirens, you know, New York City in the background and stuff like that, you know, the ambiance. But this was a big win for the Fever, beating New York, you know, and I was listening to Sabrina talk post game about, you know, like they're trying to downplay this. Nah, y'all got punked. Okay, stop playing. Just accept it and come back next game. Don't be doing that. You know, I mean, you gotta love proud of basketball players, man, because this stuff was funny. But what's your thoughts about this game?
I mean, first of all, incredible accomplishment by Caitlin Clark with a triple-double. And I've gone on record to say this will not be her last triple-double of the year. She's flirted with the triple-double many of times this year. Before, I think, I think last week she was like 1 rebound away or something like that. So she's right there. She keeps being right there. She was finally able to get over the hump. I think that this is something we're going to see from as we move forward in her career. I think this is going to, just like we see Alyssa Thomas do it all the time, I think we're going to see Caitlin do it as well. I think before the season ends, she will definitely, for sure, have at least one more. But like you said, huge win for the Fever. You know, I've been hard on them, saying that in order for people to take them seriously, they have to be the team that's over 500, and they came out and beat the best team in the league standings wise. To me, like you said, the most impressive part was that the Fever had they showcased their ability to close out the game. In the beginning of the year, if this game was 3 weeks ago, they would have lost that game. But they were able to close it out, and I think that just shows growth. It shows more trust from Christy Sides and her team, and it shows that they're vibing with one another, and they're creating that kind of chemistry that we've been waiting for them to have. Like you said, it was a win by committee with everyone kind of chipping in. Nalissa Smith getting her 5th double-double of the season with 12 points and 11 boards. Kelsey Mitchell as well, scoring double digits again. So I think it's coming together for the young Fever team. Like we said, they have talent on there. They just have to put it together. I mean, when you have had the top 1 or 2 picks for the last 3 years, then, you have talent on there. You just have to put it all together. For New York, should they panic? No. They've lost, four games all season? They shouldn't panic. 4 or 5 games all season? They shouldn't panic at all, right?
Yeah, 17-4.
Okay, yeah, 17-4, yep. So shouldn't panic at all. But I told y'all so. I literally said this team cannot be trusted. They can't be trusted. And I say that respectfully because of it. Their record is good. Don't get me wrong. But this is a team that should have a good record. For the most part, they don't have too many injuries. They built this team as a super team. Y'all went to the championship last year. I expect y'all to dominate. I expect it. Just like if Chelsea Gray was healthy at the beginning of the year, I would expect the Aces to dominate. And if that same thing happened to them, I would say the same exact thing. So you're trying to build good habits early in the season so that it'll carry you through when you really need it at the end of the season and in playoff time. And that's my issue in New York. Sabrina, like I said, I've been giving her credit all season. Another good game. I like when Sabrina is on ball. Sandy, get your lineups together, because now you're starting, your coaching is starting to be questioned. Get it together. Benijah Laney, 20 points. She had 4 3-pointers. And I just want to take a second to say, does Stewie look different to y'all, or is it just me? And I know I've been saying it all season. So I went and looked up the numbers, and majority are exactly the same as her MVP season last year. So is it just Asia's just playing so much better than everyone else that we're like, hey, Stewie is struggling, or is Stewie actually struggling? Because the only area that I really see her struggling in, not struggling, well, it is struggling, but the main difference between this year and last year is her 3-point shot. Last year, she shot 35% from long distance. This year, she's literally shooting 23%. That is a big drop off.
Remember, though, Lo, no, I don't think Stewie's struggling. Asia Wilson's just playing that much better. Remember the screenshot I sent you? I forgot what it was, but Asia is having the greatest basketball season in WNBA history this season right here. It was a graph that I showed Lauren. It was about efficiency or something like that. And I mean, Asia is ahead of the pack, and I wish we had the chance to show this metric. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not a metrics person, but I get it. Sometimes metrics, you got to tell the whole story and everything. But Asia Wilson is just far and beyond playing at an all-time level right now, playing at a GOAT level, which, like, it might be time to have that type of GOAT conversation with Asia Wilson, man. Like for real. And I know that we be talking about like top 3, top 2, like this or whatever. We know what Candace Parker has done and stuff like that. But like, is it time? Like, what does it have to take? What is it? This the season she wins that championship? Like, really, the greatest of all time, man. Right?
Because for me, I know we're going to do the midseason awards in the middle of the week, but for me, she's leading in two of the categories. And so if you lead in 2 of those categories, you win both of those trophies, and you get a championship this year, 3 in a row, I can't argue with it. I can't argue with it.
And it's okay. Like, people be like, yo, well, she's still playing. I'm like, listen. I know I'm 41, right? I know my first time hearing Michael Jordan play basketball was in 1989. I remember that. I was young, you know what I'm saying? But I remember Michael Jordan 1989, and I remember when he won his first 2 championships. I remember in between that, they was always talking on the news, like it was just coaches saying that he's the greatest player we ever seen. He's the greatest player of all time before he even won his first championship. You know what I'm saying? So when that point, when it comes to Asia about being a GOAT, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, look what she's done already. Michael Jordan don't even have the resume she has right now at the age of 27. Michael Jordan don't have this resume.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? The only one that comes close is Giannis.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Giannis is probably a top 25 player all time. But come on, man. Asia, man, like, yeah, it's that time. And I just think that even win or lose, man, like what she's just doing as a talent, like, oh my goodness, man. Remember when we had Chris Haynes on the show, and he kind of looked at me when I was saying, like, hey, like Asia Wilson is better than Lisa Leslie. Yeah, I don't look too bad now. You know what I'm saying? I look great saying that. You know what I'm saying? That Asia Wilson all time is better than Lisa Leslie right now. Like it's time. It's about to be time for this GOAT conversation. But let's move on to the next subject. But before we got to do that, though, listen, everybody, join my brother Meta World Peace for the 2nd annual World Peace Classic Celebrity Charity Golf Tournament on July 29th in LA. Play golf, have fun, and support the Artest University, promoting excellence in sports and education. Get your tickets now at showpass.com/World Peace Classic, and also follow them at World Peace Classic on social media. Also, Meta Panda Club, the world's largest basketball community in the Web3 realm. Own a piece of history with 10,000 Meta Panda NFTs. Join a bunch of pro players like Paul Pierce, for one of them, your favorite player, Lauren, a bunch of teams. And also join the fans in the Discord community. The Discord community is really deep, man. Follow Meta Panda Club on Twitter. Be a part of the revolution. All right. Now we got that business out the way. Let's talk about this.
Wait, before we go real quick, because we haven't really been paying attention to the comments like that.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
They shall said Liberty are frauds.
Oh, here we go.
Cameron said Fever big time win for sure. The Fever got a solid win. Not going live from Darius. Caitlin Clark is going to have 3 more triple doubles. Yes. Fever didn't give up. Just trying to scroll through really quickly, guys. If anything, Stewie is just looking inconsistent from game to game. Okay. That's not a bad way to put it. Some people are saying that she's coasting until after the Olympics. What y'all think about that? Y'all believe it?
Nah, I don't think that she's coasting. I don't see it. I just think that, like I said earlier, Asia is on a different level, man. And it's okay. It's okay. Like, she's just so good that she's playing 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of what Stewie can do right now. You know what I'm saying? Has Stewie even ever played on this level Asia Wilson played before? Has we ever seen? I don't even think Stewie ever reached this type of level of basketball. You know?
No, but Stewie, listen, before, we also have to realize that she did have an Achilles injury. And she still came back as one of the best players in the league. Yeah. If not at the time, if not the best player at that time, right? Mm-hmm. So anyone who knows how major an injury that is, we definitely have to keep that in mind. But I was just trying to figure out, like, if Asia's just playing so much better that it makes Stewie look like she's not playing good, because, like I said, the numbers from last year are really not that far off.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Yeah. I just think that Asia is just on another level to the point where it makes it look bad. Yeah, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Also, before we move on from the Liberty, I just want to say that JJ, get that ass in the post. Like, I'm sick of seeing all the threes. I'm sorry. And when you're hitting them, great. It spaces out the floor. It's more opportunity for more motion in the offense. But I want you to remember that you're 6'6", and I want you to get in the paint and punish them, because the thing is, the last time you played Aaliyah Boston, you had her out there looking crazy. Like, you had her and Alyssa Smith looking like they couldn't handle you. So I'm not sure why that wasn't the game plan going into this game. Only having 5 shots is unacceptable. Like, it's literally unacceptable. And I just wanted to throw it out there. Like, I just see her camping out on the perimeter.
She's the X factor. She's the X factor of the team. When she plays well, this team will win. You know, I'm honestly, the fact that, like, when it comes down to the come down regarding, you know, the championship series, I don't understand how the Liberty aren't the best team in the league going away. Like, obviously, all right, they're 17-4. They're beating teams who they're supposed to beat, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're but they're not scary. Like you said, we don't believe you need more people. We don't trust you. We don't trust the Liberty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Liberty, what they're doing, I don't know. It's just, JJ, I see T the GOAT in the chat saying that JJ has been averaging like 6 points over the last few games and stuff. Like,
yikes.
Like, come on, JJ. Jonquel Jones, that MVP season she had, you know, maybe it was just an outlier year for her, because she never had that type of seasons before the MVP season. So maybe it's just an outlier, and she's just regressing back to
in her defense, she started off the year well. People had her in the MVP the first couple weeks. People had her in the MVP conversation.
Yes,
but then maybe she just
regressed back. But maybe it's not actually a regress going back downhill. Maybe she's just going back to her regular self.
But she's
like
not.
You said, remember,
go ahead.
I'm just going for your logic. I like because you're a very logical person when it comes to talking basketball. You're one of the elites. Remember when we was talking about Angel Reese was like, yo, maybe it was just like, you know, maybe that's just what it is. We gotta expect, even though we was wrong as hell.
Yeah.
But maybe it's that with Jonquel and stuff. I'm not putting all my eggs in Jonquel's baskets anymore, man. Like, I just don't believe it no more. Prove me wrong. Like what Angel did with us, do it again. Do it again. Right. Maybe that's what it's going to take.
See with Jonquel, it's not skill. She's very, very skilled. It's the motor that I question. It's the motor when you're running back up and down the court and you're not getting touches. Are you as engaged as you would be if you were getting touches? So I think they have to get her and keep her involved. It's kind of like Big T, but not to that level, but kind of like Big T in regards to you got to keep Big T involved for her to be involved in the entire game. So, but yeah, this isn't a Liberty bashing session because technically they're the number one team in the league right now.
That's true.
We're just hard on them because we expect more from them. I think that's the problem, right? I expect more from them, especially because they went to the finals last year.
Yeah, and we know what Jonquel can do too. Like,
right.
You know, like I want to see that Jonquel when she playing for Bosnia. Like when she going on little international tours, man, she be eating. Like I want her to get back to that type of comfort. You know, she plays like she's the fourth option on the team. Like, no, you're Jonquel freaking Jones, man. You know, at any given time, you could be one of the best players in the league. So, like, what's really good? You know what I mean? But all right, let's move on and let's talk about this Rookie of the Year race, right? This season has been one of the most exciting and competitive in recent memory, Lolo. You know, Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever, Angel Reese of the Chicago Sky. Both of them has been sensational. To the point where it's like, yo, Rakia Jackson, we love you. This is not your race anymore. You're not a part of this anymore.
Blame Kurt.
Yeah, blame Kurt. Yeah, definitely. It's really shaping up to be a real tight race, right? You know, let's start with Caitlin Clark first, right? The number one overall pick. She has been, you know, I think that she's been pretty good. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people also haven't, they'll say whatever they got to say with her. They talk about her, turnovers or whatever. But she's averaging 16 points, 7.5 assists, 6 rebounds, 1.5 steals per game. And obviously we know what she's been doing off court, record-breaking viewership for her games as well. I love Caitlin's ability to lead and make her teammates better. You know, it has been a significant factor in the Fever's improvement. And think about this too as well. I want to say something, right? Over the last 8 games for Caitlin Clark, the Fever are 5-3. Caitlin Clark is averaging 17 points, almost 8 rebounds, and almost 10 assists a game. You know what I'm saying? And they're 5-3 in those games, right? Now we move on to Angel Reese, who has been nothing short of spectacular for the Chicago Sky. The number 7th overall pick. All them GMs might be getting fired in the next couple of years. We're going to see. But Angel Reese, she set the WNBA record for consecutive double-doubles with 13 in a row, showcasing that consistency, that dominance that she's been having. She's averaging 14 points and nearly 12 rebounds per game this year. You know, think about it. Like that game she had against Seattle when she had 27 and 10. Like she kind of solidified her status as like, all right, cool. I'm the front runner in this Rookie of the Year race. Like I'm loving her ability to control that paint. And now, like you just said about her scoring efficiently in that paint, man. You know, but this debate over the Rookie of the Year war is really heating up. You know, Clark, Reese, they both making their compelling cases, you know, with these record-setting performances. And also, they've been playing very consistent. So as this season goes into the second half after this Olympic break, man, it's going to be interesting to see how they actually, you know, respond and elevate their game. What's your thoughts on these two players?
Drop for the chat. Drop whoever you think should be Rookie of the Year so far if the season ended today. First, before I begin, I just want to say both women are playing absolutely spectacular. I think this is the most competitive women's league in the world. And these 22-year-old kids are coming in here. They're not kids, but they're young to me. These 22-year-old women are coming into this league and putting their imprint on it. Historically, they're putting their imprint on it, but visually, they're putting their imprint on it. And they're both allowing the game that I love, the game that you love, and the game that everyone else that's listening here loves to be pushed to the forefront and to be elevated. So I just want to give them credit for that and just recognize the pressures that they go through. I literally cannot imagine at 22 having the amount of pressure that these women go through on a daily basis, and they come to work every day with a smile on their face and play basketball. So I just wanted to get that out in the open. I think it is a very, very close race. I think it's actually a lot closer than anyone expected. I think that people are starting to push agendas and narratives to discount one another. You know, so if you're an Angel Reese fan, you're discounting the triple doubles, or if you're a Caitlin Clark fan, you're discounting the consecutive double doubles. And I think that, like, why can't we celebrate it all, right? Like, why can't we celebrate it all until we get a little bit further into the league? Because what they're doing is spectacular. Anyway, I'm gonna give you my case for both, and I'm gonna tell you who I would vote for if the race ended today. So I'll start with Caitlin because that's who you started with. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you sure you don't want to table that until the midseason awards, because we're going to do the midseason awards?
All right, that's cool. I'll table it, but I'll go through it. Okay.
Do your thing. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
So, as for Caitlin, like you said, averaging 16.1 points per game, 6 boards, 7.4 assists, and shooting 39.3% from the field. She is leading the rookies in points, assists, field goals per game, free throw percentage, shooting from the free throw line. She, like you said, was also the first to score a triple-double. And like I said earlier, again, I don't think it's going to be her last one this season. And she's also the fastest WNBA player to record 300 career points, 100 rebounds, and 100 assists by doing so in her 19th game. No other player has achieved that sooner than 22 games. So again, breaking all these records. 2 knocks on Caitlin Clark. And this is just coming from a basketball standpoint. When I'm watching the game, the things I notice. Now, I am not a stickler. I'm not a stickler so much on turnovers like a lot of people are. However, it's something that we have to talk about. She has the most turnovers by a rookie in the history of the WNBA, like with the least amount of games played. And I think that is extremely important. So in 22 games, she has 122 turnovers. And I got this before the game yesterday, so I don't know. It's probably increased because I think she had 4 yesterday. So she's averaging 5.5 per game. The next person under that is Tisha Pinachero, who totaled 116 turnovers, but that was in 30 games in 1998. So no one has turned the ball over worse than Caitlin has since 1998, 1 year literally after the league started. That is something to be said about. Like, I understand the ball is in her hand most of the time, but you have to protect the ball better. That's my first issue. Okay. My second issue is, are you the rookie of the year if you have to come out of the game because you cannot play defense at the end of the game? If you're a liability to your team on defense, so much so that your coach has taken you out at least 2 or more games, are you still the rookie of the year? And I say that because online, I see a lot of people saying Angel's one-dimensional. Angel's this, she only can do one thing. But if we're really keeping it a buck, offensively is where Caitlin thrives. So is she one-dimensional just offensively? Are we just forgetting about the defensive end? Because defense does count. Did we not just say rebounding win championships? So that's my spill on Caitlin, right? Neck and neck. I think the race is super close. Now I'm going to go to Angel. Like you said, she's averaging 13.9 points per game, 11.9 rebounds per game, and shooting 41% from the field. And now also shooting 33.3% from long distance. So far in her short professional career, she's averaged a career high of 27 points, a career high of 19 rebounds, and a career high of 5 steals, which is insane. In regards to major statistical categories, Angel leads the league in rebounding and offensive rebounding. She has literally 30 plus more offensive rebounds than the next person on that list. If Angel is to average 11.9 rebounds or higher for the rest of the season, she will have the record for rebounds per game by a rookie. And Tina, I think right now she's leading. Tina Charles is right under her.
Not in rookie. No. I'm sorry to cut you off. She will have the overall rebounding record for rebounds per game. Nobody never averaged more than, I want to say, 11.95, something like that. So if she gets to 12 rebounds per game, she'll average. Nobody never done it in WNBA history. So it's not even just rookie, it's overall.
Got it. So she also leads the rookie class in rebounds, like I said, offensive rebounds, win shares, player efficiency rating, and free throw attempts per game. For me, I'm most impressed with the consistency and the continued growth we're witnessing. It's no secret that Angel's offensive bag isn't as extensive as Caitlin's, which is people's main argument in having Caitlin over Angel in the Rookie of the Year race. Like I said, I see a lot of comments saying, you know, Caitlin is way better offensively, which she is, right? But my issue is to kind of debunk that point is, We're saying that Caitlin is so much better offensively than Angel. Why is she only averaging 2.6 points more than her? When Angel literally has no offensive bag, we know her game. It's very predictable. She's going to take the ball and try to get the foul called. Now she shot the three a few times, but that's not really her bag. It's not like she's going to hit you with great footwork in the post. So we know her game. Her offensive bag is not as extensive, and she's still only averaging less than 3 points, less than 3 points when compared to Caitlin Clark. So that's one of the things I look at. But more so than anything, the last thing I'll say is that Caitlin is surrounded by a more supporting cast. It's literally no all-stars on the Chicago roster. It's no former number one picks on the Chicago roster. Whereas Caitlin has had she was a number one pick, Aaliyah Boston was a number one pick, and Alyssa Smith was a number two pick. Okay. And then we can talk about Kelsey Mitchell being who she is and getting a bucket and all that. So the supporting cast is something to be said about that as well. I just think you have to take everything in totality before you make a decision on who really should be the rookie of the year. But again, like I said, as of today, it is a very, very close race. And I honestly wouldn't be mad if you go either way.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's tough, man. It's really tough, man. Like what you said, you pointed it out. The pros, the cons of each player and everything. Yeah, man. Like what Angel, they saying Angel is one dimensional. So what? Okay, she's one dimensional. Stop it.
One dimensional and still busting ass.
Stop it. If she's one dimensional, stop it. Stop it.
Right.
And I take offense to that because I'm a one dimensional player. Lauren, I only literally got one move. I spin baseline all the time. And they scouting reports will say Daniel Artest is going to spin baseline every single time.
But they couldn't stop it.
Stop it. You know what I'm saying? There's one thing you got to do as a professional basketball player. Kids, listen. And y'all in here listen too. All 1,480 of y'all that's watching this live right now, listen. You just got to master one thing. Just master it. And then that's yours. You own it. You know what I'm saying? Angel Reese mastered the art of not, just being stubborn, of like offensive rebounding. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to eat at. This is what's going to make me the money and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Doing the dirty work and everything. That's what it is. And that's what it's going to take. I'm sorry, man. So when they talk about one dimensional, stop it then. Shut it down.
And I think people overlook these rebounds. Like, Angel is down there battling. Like, she's down there trying to get the rebound from JJ, Stewie, Asia. Like, every night she's going up against an elite post player. Every single night. It's not like it's a long rebound and it's just falling in her hands. Like, she's going down there and working. Like, she's literally working to get these boards. So that's why the argument that rebound isn't a skill is nasty to me, and it's the goalpost is just moving. It's just a swing.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy because you know what it is. A lot of people didn't expect this. You know what I'm saying from Angel. We didn't even expect this from Angel Reese at all. Like that's why when you really think about it, there's no way Angel Reese should have went 7th. Okay, there's no way now when you really think about it. Listen, that coaching, man, it was a blessing that she fell there because of what we don't know what Coach Spoon is saying to her to keep her.
Who would you have taken before her? I mean,
we should do a redraft show. Let's actually go and huddle. Me, you, and Kate huddle and do a redraft huddle. Just the first round or whatever. We just look at it. Let's huddle up and do a redraft show or whatever. Let's see what we would do. Because now,
I actually don't mind her falling to 7 because I think it's the perfect situation for her. The only other place I would have probably wanted her would be Minnesota, but that's solely because Rebecca Brunson is there and could teach her. Like, she was elite.
Let me ask you a question.
Elite player.
Let me ask you a question now. When we really think about this, hey, Nita B, what's going on? How you doing? Queensbridge is in the building. Let's go. When we really think about this, I'm starting to think that, you know what? It's not coaching that has Angel where she at. I just think that she had it and that she was going to be a better pro than college. When you really just think about it now, because I'm like, yo, you know what? Man, she had one of them spots like maybe go to LAF 4. You know what I'm saying? And man, if she go to LA at 4, her and Cameron Brink didn't get hurt and everything, because I kind of feel like, Angel is a 5. I think that she is not a 4. She's a 5, and that's going to push Camilla to the bench, which we'll get into that in a second. I think that Angel should have been a lottery.
I think even knowing what I know now, I would still take Rakia over her.
That's really.
Mm-hmm. Or Rakia is the most pro ready in the rookie class, in my opinion.
Okay, draft a second and take Rakia 4th still. Then have Rakia and Angel battle on 10.
I'm not picking Cameron Brink over. I'm not picking Angel over Cameron Brink. I'm not.
So we still not sold on Cameron. We're not sold on Angel then. Okay.
I'm not saying I'm not sold. Like, I appreciate what she's doing, but if we're talking about skill wise, it's no way that I'm picking Angel over Cameron. It's not. And I saw somebody tweet the other day that Angel's way better than Cameron's ever been. I'm like,
that's not true.
What are y'all watching? Like, what?
That's not true.
At all.
I seen Cameron Brink gave Aaliyah Boston during that championship year the blues. I'm talking Lance. What is his Lance? I don't know, not Lance Armstrong, but Louis Armstrong, Sam Cooke, just giving Aaliyah Boston the blues. It was like 25, 12, and 6 blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Cam just got to get stronger. That's pretty much all what she get. That's pretty much what it is. So I understand that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the teams before. So maybe the Mystics, but I think Aaliyah Edwards is playing well with them, and I think it would have been too much of a distraction for her to come home and play.
Hometown is definitely different. Hometown is definitely different. I totally
So the only option would have really been for her to go to Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota would have been, man. Cherry Reef would have been good for her too. Would have definitely been good for her too. All right, let's move on before we get to these power rankings and stuff. Listen, everybody, I need y'all to unlock your sports potential with X versus X Sports, connecting local athletes and enthusiasts, find exclusive invites to competitive events, and connect with like-minded players. Follow X versus X Sports on social media and DM them to get started on your sports journey today. Also, the Pandas Friend. Empower change with the Pandas Friend, inspiring positivity and ambition. Explore our impact-driven merchandise and join our community making a difference. Visit thepandasfriend.com. Follow the Pandas Friend on social media to be a part of our movement. Real quick though, right? With X versus X, right? X versus X is like a sports app that my brother created a while back and everything. It's kind of like it's like Uber for basketball or whatever. Like, let's just say if Deshelle is in Boston, all right, and she's trying to go play some basketball, you go on the app, and then all the most popular basketball courts pop up. You go there and play and stuff like that. And then also you keep your own stats. And then sometimes you actually get invited to LA. If you post your stats, you post your video, you get invited to LA. You play in this big game, and they pay you some good money or whatever. That's basically what X versus X is and everything. So I just wanted to give y'all a little background on that. All right, let's move on to these power rankings. We are in week 8, and we're going to start from 12 all the way down to 1. And before, we get a lot of backlash on our power rankings, Lauren, and I want to explain it again. I'm explaining it every week until y'all get it, until y'all know that this is what we do from a week-to-week basis. We go off of strength of schedule, okay? We don't go off of vibes. We go off of strength of schedule. If a team has a great week and they do that, and then they'll get bumped up because somebody got bumped up. Mass spots, somebody dropped mass spots due to strength of schedule, especially if you're a strong team in that strength of schedule and you lose during that week to week of teams, you're going to pay for that and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, explain more about that, Lo.
It's funny that you address it. I don't see much of the backlash. But even if I did, I really don't care. Because that's the way that we feel, right? Like, and I agree with you. It's based on wins and losses for that particular week. It runs Sunday through Saturday. So that's what it is. So we will start off with the power rankings. You guys are going to love this.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, and don't forget to follow us on Patreon too, please. Patreon.com/KI9450. Please subscribe, support, tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a friend. All right.
Yeah, because I think I'm gonna drop a Patreon. I think I'm gonna drop something on there this week. Maybe one of my I ain't saying no names. I think we should make that happen. Okay, back to the power rankings. The first you said from 12 up.
Yeah, from 12 up. So it's gonna be real quick. I don't got really much to explain. So
I'll just run through it. I'll run through it because I have that on right now.
Right.
So 12 is Atlanta. They went 0-3 for the week. The Mystics went 1-1 for the week. They're 11. At 10, we have the Wings who went 1-2 for the week. At number 9, we have the Sparks who went 1-1 for the week. Beating the Aces, which is a huge win for them. So they moved. Did they move up a little bit? Yes, they did. We have Phoenix at 8. They went 1-2 for the week. That's why they moved down a little bit because they lost more than they won this week. We have Chicago. They beat the Storm, a very good team. Well, a team that's in the top 4, top 5 ranking. They were not supposed to beat them. They went 2-1 for the week. Storm, I have them at 6, 2-1 for the week as well, losing to the Sky. Come on, they are a super team that is supposed to be competing for a championship. You don't want to lose to a rebuilding team. Okay. That's just that. We have the Indiana Fever, child, at number 5. This was not on my bingo card. Like ever. I didn't think that they would ever make it this high. But they had a hell of a week. They were 2-1 for the week, and they beat teams over 500. They beat the best ranked team in the league in the Liberty, and they also beat Phoenix. And so that's all I've been asking for them to actually beat teams that have gone over 500. So shout out to the Fever. They had a very, very good week this week. The Aces are at 4. They went 2-1 for the week, losing to the Sparks. So that put them down. Minnesota, they went 2-2 for the week. And the notable loss was Connecticut and New York. So they lost to, better teams. Liberty went 2-1 for the week. Notable loss was to the Fever. So sorry, Darius. That definitely made them go down. And last one is Connecticut. They went 2-0 for the week. They were the only undefeated team for this week. So they are back at number 1.
And that's your power rankings right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't have no disagreements with the power rankings and stuff. Before we get out though, what's this thing going on with Coach Witherspoon and Camila Cardoso? They said a lot of fans is speaking out against Coach Spoon or whatever, and then also we got Camila fans, which is South Carolina fans, talking about trade Camila or whatever because she got benched. Listen, shut up. All right, shut up. This is what happens, man. You're playing pro basketball, okay? If Camilla's not playing up to coach's standard, coach got a job that she got to do. Her job is to win games, all right? And also, Izzy Harrison was rolling in that period, so obviously, come on, man. Like, this is dumb. I hate fans. Some of y'all are annoying as hell, and y'all just gotta be quiet, man, and just watch the game. And like, y'all just want everything so damn easy. Y'all don't want to work for nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is this era of participation trophies, the era of coddling and everything like that. Like, like South Carolina fans, I have none but love for y'all, but shut up. I'll say it again. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. Camilla did not even have a bad game. You know what I'm saying? She did not have a bad game.
So their rebuttal was they would have won the game if she played.
Man, please. No. Coach went with what she trusts, and that's just what happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens to every type of basketball player, man. Yep. It happens. Yep. It is what it is. And about this whole thing with Spoon and stuff, like, God damn, it's her first year. Give her a chance. First year coaching pro basketball, being a head coach and stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like, well, not first year, but first year with the Sky. Give her, like, relax, man. Like, come on. This is crazy when y'all be doing this and stuff, man. Crazy.
So
man.
For me, I think that for people to legitimately be calling for Teaspoon's job is wild. Like, the Sky are 8-12. They're half game out of 7th place to rank them in the playoff hunt. This is a team that was ranked last in the preseason rankings by reputable sources such as ESPN and stuff like that. So the expectation this season was for Teaspoon to get some head coaching experience under her belt, for the rookies to get comfortable with the new style of play, and for the front office to see which players work well together so they know who to re-sign in the offseason. So to me, the fact that the Sky are even in playoff contention is a win, in my opinion. This is the same team that had no draft picks initially for the 2024 draft and were able to make a gutsy move and trade in their best player in Kalia Copper for draft picks, which essentially landed Cardoso and Angel Reese to Chi-Town. So for me, these are great foundational pieces in Angel, Camilla, and Kennedy Carter. The goal is to build around them. You can see flashes of like potential and greatness with the Sky players, and then at other times they look completely stagnant and confused on offense. But that's normal. These are normal growing pains for a very young team with a rookie head coach. I think Spoon made the wrong call last night in benching Cardoso, but especially after the first quarter that she had. However, coaches do it all the time. Like Izzy had it going, so she thought, hey, let me keep her in. She had it going. Like, I get the logic behind it. Like, I literally get it. So internet coaches have a lot to say, and they can't even coach themselves in their real lives. They can't coach themselves to lose weight. They can't coach themselves to pick the right baby father. So just please, like, leave the coaching to the coaches. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my God, Lauren. Jesus Christ, coming in with the bat.
Okay. I'm just saying, I got all this advice, but don't take it for your own life.
Yeah. It's annoying and stuff. And I've been seeing the whole Nika Mule thing too. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all want Nika Mule to be a starting point guard on the Seattle Storm? Come on, man. Yeah, listen, man. I don't know.
With literally 3 potential Hall of Famers playing on that team.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the Pacific Northwest. They must be getting hit with too many fishes at that fish market. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, come on, man. Stop it. So
let me read the comments really quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Deshell said, Sky have 2 rookies starting, 1 player who was out of the league, 2 more players who missed all last season with an injury. These fans have no chill. Exactly. Is there going to be no talking about Marina Mabry? She's been playing solid this year. What?
Who said that?
Darius, that has to be sarcasm.
Yeah, that's sarcasm right there, man.
Sarcasm. Like
the fact that you even mentioned that name on here is horrible.
No, I already said earlier. I was like, she has not been playing well at all. Like I don't think it's any secret. And Mule will contribute, but as the number 1, they're tripping.
Solid. That's crazy.
Yeah, honestly, I'm still stuck on solid Darius, so I really can't even answer this Nika Mule question. Because solid, like, please tell me that you are okay, it's a joke. Okay. I was gonna say, because I was like, are we watching the same thing? Yeah, okay, great. But yeah, I think fans just gotta kind of calm down. Like, and this is how I know that they don't really watch basketball, and this is their first time watching WNBA. No one in their right mind thought that Nika was gonna be starting. Like, I mean, maybe some spot minutes here and there, but look who the guards are. I mean, you have elite guards. Like, whose minutes is she taking? So that's the hard thing about Nika. I think she can go out there and defend for sure. I don't know about the offensive game yet, but I would like to see her play a little more. But before we get out of here, I just also wanted to shout out to Tina Charles. She passed the legend Tamika Catchings on the league's all-time scoring list, making her 3rd in total points scored in the WNBA history. She secured her spot with a layup in the 4th quarter, giving her 7,381 points. She's currently 92 points away from reaching 2nd place. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe, right? It's only 5 players in WNBA history that have scored more than 7,000 points, being Diana Taurasi, Tina Thompson, Tina Charles, Tamika Catchings, and Dewana Bonner. What an elite group of like players to be a part of. And I think that I just want to throw this out here as well. I know we're talking about scoring, but we can even look at the defensive end too. Tina Charles is top 2 in rebounds in WNBA history, trailing only Sylvia Fowles by over 100 by 191 rebounds, I believe. So my thing is, Tina is not in enough conversations for my liking. No one ever has her in the top 10, top 15. She's literally top 3 in all-time scoring, top 2 in rebounding. Like, I don't know. I think she deserves a little bit more love than she's been getting. What you think?
I didn't know she was that close with rebounds. 92 away. She might get that second half of this season.
No, 92 is for scoring. For rebounding, 191. She ain't catching that.
She ain't catching. Well, she can catch it next year. Oh, she's going to win that. She's going to be the all-time leading rebounder in WNBA history next year. Okay. Scoring, that's Joe. Yeah. It's just that the wins, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what it is and stuff. And for some reason, people don't like Tina Charles. I guess attitude or whatever. I don't know, Lauren. I don't know. Tell me.
I mean, I don't know either, but what a season for her. Like, you haven't played in the league since 2022 when she divorced Phoenix. Then she didn't play in 2023. So what if she just sat out and didn't come back? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool that she came back and was able to get that third, slide into that third spot. And you can just look at Tina and see how she's just enjoying. I mean, they're losing, but she's enjoying it. She's mentoring the young kids. You see her showing like Cardoso stuff like during the timeout and talking to Angel after the game. And ever since, as quiet as it's kept, ever since Angel talked to Tina Charles and she told her to slow down in the post, take your time, don't rush, be patient. That's when these double-doubles started. It looks like DA done got cut out, y'all. So yes, I think that more has to be said about Tina Charles. I think we need to start putting her in some of these conversations for sure. All right, I'm just reading some of the stuff that y'all wrote. Big Baby Sports, thank you guys for encouraging me to talk about more women's basketball on my platform. I appreciate it. Absolutely. And shout out to you. I saw your message about you are going to be attending a Sparks practice. That's dope. Let's see. They said probably overlooked because those others in the top 5 won championships. That's true. But should she, like, where would y'all, just, of course, we're not holding this as law, right? But where would y'all rank her just off the top of your mind right now? Where would y'all rank her? I'm crying. New York Rats chewing on his Wi-Fi lines again, child. Oh, that's actually hilarious. Darius says she landed in the right place. It also helps that Wright and Charles were teammates in New York too. Yeah, and also Tina Charles played with one of the owners of Atlanta and Renee Montgomery in college, so that helps as well. They talking about your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I know. Yes. I see it. Thank you. Just donate to the Patreon, man. That'll help. You know what I'm saying? The Wi-Fi lines, the Rats is crazy, yo. The Rats is crazy. Whatever, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Y'all still here, rocking with us, rocking with Lo, K-Dot in the text winner comments lounge and everything. Now, but like, yo, that's crazy with Tina Charles though, man. Like all-time great. I just wish, I wish she had a chance to win that championship too, man. But what happened? Was it the BG situation, right? Something like that? And
when she left Phoenix?
Yeah. It was a BG situation and stuff. So I guess, but I would like to see her in some games, man, win some championships and stuff like that. All right, so you ready to close this thing out?
Yep.
All right, let's get on out of here then. Yo, everybody, thank you for listening to us. Keeping it 9450, codename WBB. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the 9450, Instagram at the 9450_, as well as TikTok, the 9450_, and on YouTube as well at the 9450. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple and Spotify, wherever you consume your audio too as well. Please don't forget about that. Shout out to our sponsors, SeatGeek, Welsh Mode, and Artest Media Group. I'm not going through all the stuff because that's all Artest Media Group anyway.
And I just wanted to also say, shout out to everyone that has already subscribed to Patreon. I'm probably going to drop something this week on there. Also, we'll be back. Let's do Thursday this week if you can.
Okay.
Just because, well, it's one game, Chicago and New York. I think Wednesday. Actually, we can do Wednesday because it looks like it's early games on Wednesday.
Okay, no problem. And we are also working on some shows. We got some guests in the pipeline that we're working on and stuff.
Yeah.
Waiting for a confirmation of one of them. A hint. She's a legend. She's a bucket. She's a legend. She's a bucket. Yeah. So I actually have
both of them are.
Yeah, both of them are. Yeah.
They're all right. Yeah.
Actually have a phone number, so we've been in contact and everything. So yes, please stay tuned on that. And I think that will be Patreon only.
I think so too.
I think that might be Patreon only and stuff like that. It's a collaboration thing, so I'm gonna see if I can make it Patreon only and everything like that. So, but I think that it should be Patreon only. If I can make it Patreon only, then it will be Patreon only. Y'all gonna want these guests. Maybe we'll give a hint to the Patreon followers. Be like, hey, listen, we got these people in the pipe. You know what I'm saying? Just to give them a heads up and stuff like that. That'd be dope.
A great idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea. But yeah, so hey, to the Patreon people as well, please go into that inbox, man. Yo, we need that mailbag questions episode, man. Yo, we waiting on y'all and stuff like that. I'm not gonna create questions to ask Lolo and everything. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? So we need questions from y'all and stuff. But
you can also pop it on the timeline and see.
Yeah, we'll throw some topics on the timeline for y'all and everything, and we'll answer on the next show and stuff. But with that being said, we get out of here. Y'all be safe.
We'll see y'all Wednesday, 8:30.
Please be there. Wednesday, 8:30, y'all. Love is love. Peace.